This morning when I was asleep, I hummed in my sleep, and then I woke up really startled because I thought that like someone else was in the room humming, but then I realized it was me, but I woke up completely freaked out. It was a really weird experience. Hey ladies, it is Wednesday and it is Jess, and we have two topics this week, and the first is talk about dating more than one person, and the second topic is what to do if someone doesn't like the label that you've chosen for yourself and they reject whatever label it is. And I'm gonna take that topic because I have some personal experience with it. So I've mentioned this in some of my videos, but I identify as queer. I don't identify as a lesbian. And the reason I identify as queer is because I have been attracted to people of many genders. So I've been attracted to women, I've been attracted to men, I've been attracted to people who don't identify on the binary, like people who have been gender queer, for example. So I don't use the word lesbian because I feel like queer fits me better. It's much more vague and fluid, and I can kind of define it however I want. That's the label that I like, but it disturbs some people and they don't like it. So I had a friend who refused to acknowledge that I wasn't a lesbian. I had a friend who refused to acknowledge that I wasn't bisexual. I had a friend who refused to respect pronouns, not my pronouns, but just pronouns in general, and actually mocked people for choosing different pronouns. And the one thing that all of these people have in common right now is that they're no longer friends with me. It wasn't lack of education. People can learn. It wasn't ignorance. Even that, I think, can be worked on. It wasn't from a lack of exposure. These people were a big part of the queer community at my school. It was bigotry. It was biphobia, transphobia, homophobia. It was pure and simple prejudice that these friends of mine were using against me. So my advice to people who have friends or family that refuse to accept whatever label that you've chosen for you is to take a step back and to really think about where they're coming from. Try to understand their position from, their experiences and their past. Try to think about that and then calmly explain to them why you identify the way that you do, why you've chosen the label that you do, and what it means to you. And then explain to them why it's hurtful when they refuse to accept that label or when they try to tell you that you should identify some other way. And then see if they want to work to change. And if you've done all of that and they still are being assholes to you, take a break. Unless you want to put in the immense time and effort to educate them in some way, and that could take months or years, I just say move on. Because you deserve better people in your life. Quite frankly, most people don't know about the complexity surrounding gender and sexuality. So rarely do I fault people for their lack of education or their ignorance or their limited exposure or life experiences. The crux of the issue for me lies not in their lack of understanding, but their unwillingness to try. And I just don't have time for people like that in my life. So that is my advice to people who are going through this. I'm sorry, it sucks. People suck sometimes. But there are also people who do understand and do accept you for who you are and do want to learn and do want to try. So keep your chin up, and I will see you guys next Wednesday. Please leave comments down below for any topics that you guys want for next week. Keep commenting. Let me know if you guys have gone through this at all or what advice you would give for someone going through this as well. And I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.